The night I realized my neighbor wasn't who I thought he was. So, this happened last week, and I still don't know how to feel about it. I live in a pretty quiet apartment complex. Not the fancy kind, just the kind where everyone minds their own business, waves awkwardly at each other by the mailboxes, and pretends not to hear arguments through the paper-thin walls. Across the hall from me lives this older guy, maybe late 50s. We've never exchanged more than a nod. He always wears the same gray hoodie, walks with a slight limp, and leaves at weird hours, like 3 a.m. But I chalked it up to a night shift or insomnia. Anyway, last Tuesday, I'm coming home from work with a bag of groceries. As I reach my door, I hear the scraping sound from his apartment. Not like moving furniture, more like something being dragged slowly across the floor. Then it stops. Then starts again. Super rhythmic. Super unsettling. Whatever. Not my business. I unlock my door when I hear him say, very clearly from inside, "Hold still." I freeze. Now look, I don't want to assume the worst. Maybe he has a pet. Maybe he's building something. Maybe I'm the weird one for standing there, listening like a creep. I go inside, drop my stuff, and try to ignore it, but curiosity gets me. I look out the peephole. His door is slightly open, just a few inches, like someone closed it in a hurry, but didn't latch it. The hallway is dead silent. No movement, no scraping. I should have just backed away, but of course I didn't. Of course I leaned in. That's when I hear him again. Soft this time, almost like he's talking to the door. I said, "Hold still." I jerked back and went straight into my apartment, locked my door, and spent the next hour trying to convince myself that I didn't hear what I heard. Eventually, I decide I'm being ridiculous. Maybe he's talking to a pet that doesn't like baths. Maybe he's got a DIY project going wrong. Maybe he's rehearsing lines for some community theater thing. But then, around midnight, I hear the scraping again, this time in the hallway. I look out the peephole and my heart almost stops.